Where is that? Release kit. The set came out last week, so y'all haven't had a chance to do pre-release. Get a couple of these if you can find it at a reasonable price, and do some drafting with your friends. But first and foremost, before we get started, let's do our socials. Let's do the things that we do. You'll want to see when I'm going live next, or things that need to be highlighted, or the people going live next. Check out myself at Blue Skies. If you want to listen to me do some actual play content, check me out at Unwavering Force. We are a queer-led BIPC group of tabletop players telling a Star Wars story using Pathfinder 2E as our backdrop for it. And I've also been guesting over at Fateforge Academy, so be sure to check out Fateforge. Been playing as Alejo de Leon. We're telling a great story there, so I'm really excited for it. And yeah, give both of those podcasts a rating of 5 stars. Share them out with friends, family. If you don't know what to get your dad for Father's Day, I hear some great podcasts might be out there that you might be able to entice pops with. So yeah. And with that said, we got this beautiful box here. In the back is a crystal with the magic logo in it. Magic area on top. It's really simple, but I like it. That in the bottom. So yeah, let's see what we get here. I picked up a couple. I have one kit, but I picked up 3 other ones at the store because they just tend to throw them out. So I like to keep them around so that way, for my collection and stuff like that, I could have some space to put some boxes at. And plus, if you haven't had a chance to open it up, let's check this out. We'll put this over here because we don't need this. It also says, answer the call of the crystals. And it has lovely art. It has Gareth along with the heroes. You got your black mage or white mage. It has a little attack battle menu as well. Even the little symbols on the side are pixelated. So that's cool. Your death touch, your +1/+1 counters, ++1 your shield. I'm gonna say that might be. Not sure what that one might be. Maybe that's vulnerability or invincibility or something, or indestructible. These are also pixelated. I don't know what these are ever used for. Maybe dividers or whatnot. Even on here, they're still continued. Still the same as the other side, so it flips over that. Then your box as well. Garrett took 2 hits. Took 2 hits. So I'm gonna put this over to the side. And this looks nice too. So it says Final Fantasy up top. That's a set symbol on the side. Has our heroes. There's an attack over there. Other set symbol, and just that in the bottom. So what we're looking for here is there is a spin down dice. There's a special one. It's blue, like a crystal blue, a la this color. Looking for that spin down dice. The one I got for pre-release was a greenish black one. So let's see what we get. Yo, we got the special one. So this is a spin down dice what we use to count your life at. So you start at 20 over here, and then you spin down to 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, so on and so forth, until you get to 1 life point. So this is the special one here. And honestly, believe it or not, these spin down dice, some of these do go for quite a bit on the secondary market. So yeah, so that was one big hit. The other one is our pre-release card. It could be anything really, but we obviously want it to be a good thing. It comes with special stamps, so this is what you'll get in your pre-release. It'll tell you how to build a deck for pre-release. Building a pre-release deck. The way you construct a deck can increase your chances of having the right cards at the right time. The most successful pre-release decks are 2 colors and have exactly 40 cards. And this is what this set's built for. It's built for 2 colors. But you can splash a third, I heard. It's a little bit harder, but with some of the towns and lands, it's not as difficult. So typically this is what you want to look for in your deck when you're building them. You want about 15 to 18 creatures. Try to include creatures with evasion abilities like flying, trample, and menace. 5 to 8 other spells. Look for spells that destroy your opponent's creatures, make your own creatures stronger, or deal damage to creatures or players. Try the varying mana costs of your cards to form a curve that looks like this. So this is your mana cost. This is your mana curve. You know, you want 1 or 2 cards in the 1 slot, 6 to 8 in your second, second 2 mana costing cards. For your 3 mana costing cards, you want 6 to 8 as well. 4 mana costing cards, about 3 to 5. 5 mana costing cards, 2 to 4. And your 6 and above, so 6, 7, 8 costing cards for mana, you want 1 to 3. And about 17 lands. This is something I always ask all the time. How many lands? How many lands? 17 lands. Add a balance of lands to your deck according to the colors you are playing. You can get basic lands from your tournament organizers, or if your collection, if you have any. When in doubt, ask for advice at the pre-release. You can ask other players for help, and you can adjust your deck throughout the day if you're not satisfied with it. So you can have a sideboard of cards if you're like, oh, you know what, this isn't working so much, I'm going to swap it out for this. You can do that in between games. And then in the back, you got Gyarados as well. Pretty cool. I like that they chose him. I never played this one. I started out with Final Fantasy 10. No, 8, believe it or not. I started out with 8. Then 10, and then I tried to do 7, but I never beat Final Fantasy. Game before the first I got was in 10. You're supposed to get to the boss, but it wouldn't let me get to one of the final stages of the boss. So I was like, all right, sucks for me. And then this is like a card divider you get, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. So you get the, I use these a lot for dividing my cards for like what I got in pre-release, the ones I played, or, you know, just shuffling stuff out for like tokens, which this set will have. And the back is just blank. But I do like they went for the pixel art and the different color crystals. And then the moment of truth, I already see the mana symbol, so I don't know what it is. It's a 3-drops. It's 2 generic and a black, so it could be anything. I'm going to bring it out. I'm not going to try and look at it. So let's see what we get. Kain, Treacherous Dragoon. So all pre-releases are foiled up, and they have the pre-release symbol here. This is a new style that they went with. Well, it's just a year stamp with the... usually that's a symbol for like secret layers, but the magic symbol going across there like a shooting star. In years past, like way back in the day, about like 10, 15 years ago, over here it would be stamped the date of the release. So for this time last week, I can't use my phone because I don't have my phone because I'm using it as the webcam. It would say June 6, 2025. Which I liked better than this symbol over here. So Kain is a legendary creature, human knight. It has jumped. During your turn, Kain has flying. Whenever Kain deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kain. If they do, you draw a card that... if they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tap treasure tokens, then lose that much life. It's a 2/4. So, if I use this on another player, the other player can't get control of it. If they want control of Kain, I draw 2 cards from the 2 damage. I create 2 tap treasures, and I lose 2 life. So I would be passing this around the table to other folks, and then we'll incentivize other players to go ahead and use Kain, and for folks to get, you know, all this stuff here. to their benefit. You know, treasure tokens is great because if you don't have the mana fixing, you go ahead and use the treasure to go ahead and create mana to cast whatever you want. Then in here we have our packs. It comes with 6 play boosters. So what you want to do, I'm going to put that to the side. We're going to put Kane over here. What you want to do, what I like to do, first and foremost, is open up all the packs. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side and then continue on opening up another pack. So I got one pile. I'll put this off to the side. And then and repeat this. I'm going to mute myself so that you don't hear the crinkling. The folks that are a little auditory sensitive, so I'll be back in a bit. Enjoy the music. Okay. These are our 6 cards. As you can see, I'll try and move them down just a little bit more so we can see them a bit better. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them over here. Because the next thing I like to do, and there's a few folks on YouTube I watch for like tips and advice on, you know, what's coming out in the set, what's coming out for pre-release, different things to look for. A really good one I've followed as of late and tried to go ahead and mimic their style is Gavin Verhey. Gavin does a really nice way. You open all the packs all at once, so that way you get your trash, which be all your packs, and you get them all in one place. So that way, what happens in pre-release in stores is trash can will go around, and you can just throw your trash there. So that way you're not doing packs at a time that come back 2 times. You get it all done at once. And the other thing we do is just separate out by color. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna separate. I don't know. I'm just gonna go by this, and actually I'm going to put our spells over here, and like our instants, our sorceries, I'm going to go over here, and then, oh geez, I'm just moving everything instead. And I'm going to put stuff here. Okay, so those are our colors. These are our colorless ones. Ooh, another Adventurers. Our lands, I'm going to put, this was such... I thought I had space. And it turns out I don't. I don't have space. I don't have space. Alright. Let's put you there. That's off. We're gonna put lands over here. Put that there. This is a creature. This is a spell. Our signpost cards, or the multicolor cards, as you can see here, I'm gonna put with... I'll put it with our pre-release card, with Kane. And what I found out, what really works for me when I'm opening up packs, is opening up from the bottom, actually. Seems to be a little weaker at the bottom. Alright, so now we're coming up to our rares and mythics. So... Ooh... We got Golbez Crystal Collector. That's our full art one. It might be worth a little bit more, but it's not full or anything like that, so unfortunately not worth too much. We have X-Death Void Warlock. And you flip it over, X-Death, Neo X-Death, Dimension's End. Nice foil there. I guess I should have read what cards we got, so I'll do that later. So X-Death Void Warlock is 1 generic, a black and a green, so legendary creature, Spirit Warlock. When X-Death enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 6 more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform X-Death. And again, it transforms into Neo X-Death, Dimension's End, legendary creature, Spirit Avatar. It has Trample. And Neo X-Death powers is equal to the number of permanents in your graveyard. Guess I should have been reading this stuff. So we'll go back and we'll read that real quick. No big. So again, we have Golbez Crystal Collector for Dimir, blue-black. And he's a legendary creature, human wizard. Whenever an artifact you control enters, surveil 1. So that means you look at the top card of your library, you decide to keep it at top, or you can put it in your graveyard if you like, depending on the strategy and the synergy that this wants. Maybe you want it in the graveyard. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power for a 1/4. So you do want to surveil, and if it's a creature card, you go ahead and put it in your graveyard. At the end step, if you have 4 more artifacts, you go ahead and bring these back. And it shouldn't be that hard to get artifacts in this set. Ignis Scientia is a legendary creature, human advisor for 1 and Simic, blue-green. When Ignis enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tab. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. I've come up with a new recipe for the same cost of himself, 1 green-blue. Tap the card as well, exile card from your graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, create a food token for a 2/2. So, not bad. I think that was it, right? It was just a land after this? Yeah, it's just a full art Final Fantasy, and the full art lands are gorgeous. That's a lovely forest there, and it says it's from Final Fantasy 9. I never played 9. I don't remember this setting. So the lands I'm gonna put here. And then we got a little art card. Ruinous Ultimatum. Ooh, this is a nice card. This is a reprint of it with Kefka on it. The other cards we got, I'm gonna put this one over here. We got a land, a town, Adventurer's Inn, which is good if you have a life gain. When this land enters, you gain 2 life. You tap it, and then it taps for colorless. We have an artifact, Iron Giant, for a 7 generic. It's an artifact creature, demon. It has Vigilance, Reach, Trample, so that means it doesn't tap when you attack. It has Reach, so it could get flyers. And it has Trample, so if there's one blocking it, like let's say Rook Turret blocks it. While this is a 6/6, Rook Turret would take 3 of that damage, and the remaining 3 of it would go ahead and go to the opponent's life total. We got Rook Turret for 3 generic in the blue. It's an artifact construct with flying. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card for 3/3. We got 2 green cards. Shah's Chocobo or a green creature bird. There's a lot of birds in this deck, so this one's actually kind of powerful. As Landfall. Landfall is whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And it has 0/1. So it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger for each land you play. We have Giant Toad for 3 generic and a green. It's a creature frog. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +2/+2. It's a 4/4. So if you get to that, which for landfall, you know, it might help out. There's ways of doing it. Our other creature is a summon. For 3 generic and a white, we have Summon Primal Garuda. Garuda, rather. So this is interesting the way they did the sagas. As this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice it at step after 3. So your first one comes in and you put a counter on it, so you do Aerial Blast. This creature deals 4 damage to target tapped creature and opponent controls. And you can't do any attacking then because that's Summoning Sickness, unless it gave it haste. Second time it goes, it has Slipstream. Another target creature control gets +1/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. You can attack it out with this for flying, and it has 3/3. You'll do 3 damage there. And then the third one, you activate this, so you get to do that +1/+1 counter, another target creature. That creature gains flying until end of turn, but then this sacrifices and dies. So you lose it after that. Then our other spells we got You Are Not Alone for white. This is a nice buff spell, instant. A target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you control 3 or more creatures instead, it gets +4/+4 until end of turn. We got Light of Judgment, which is not that bad of a card. Nice piece of removal. Light of Judgment for 4 generic and a red, which is kind of a lot. It's an instant. Light of Judgment deals 6 damage to a target creature. Destroy up to 1 equipment attached to that creature. So this is great if you're playing against equipment decks. We have Circle of Power for 3 generic and a black. It's a sorcery. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Wizards you control get +1/+0 and gain lifelink until end of turn. And then we got the Hot Boy, Sephiroth's Intervention for 3 generic and a black. It's an instant. Destroy target creature. You gain 2 life. So that's what we get for that. So not bad. Let's go with this pack here. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put this here so I can move some stuff over. Try not to move it too much. So that way, go ahead and do that. Put that there, and then maybe these lands I will put over here. Yeah, we'll do that. And then let's go for next one. We got Koyurul, I'm guessing, from Final Fantasy 15. I guess I should have said where some of these sets were from, where these cards were from, because that matters. This is from Final Fantasy... no, this is from Final Fantasy 14. Ad starting in about a minute. This is from Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 14 as well. Iron Giant is from Final Fantasy 15. Adventure Town, this one also starts in Final Fantasy 3. Death is from Final Fantasy 5. Golbez is from Final Fantasy 4. Ignis is from Final Fantasy 15. Noctis and Crew. Kane is from Final Fantasy 4. We said the land was from 9. Circle of Power, this is going to be from 14 rather. We'll try and go by a little fast because ad starting in 8 seconds. Sephiroth's Intervention is obviously from 7. Light of Judgment is from 4. You Are Not Alone is from 9. And we'll do it at break. So we'll be back in a bit, folks. And we'll see y'all in a few. All right, ads going to be done in about 20 seconds, so we'll come back a bit. So hope y'all doing all right. Hope you had a great Friday. I had dads and donuts, or donuts with dad, with Tiny at school today. So it was cute. We had donuts. They sung songs to us. We did a little bit of art. They showed us their Father's Day thing where they wrote what they thought about dad and whatnot. It was cute. Then we went out for get something to eat because donuts were just not enough. Then we came home. We had a forest fire in not in the county over. In the state forest, that's kind of big, but the smoke was bad. The smoke was horrible. The smoke was very I was getting ash on the car. That's how bad it was. And then I had a doctor's appointment. I picked up a Mini after that because I didn't want Mini to be riding on the bus with the windows open potentially on the bus and the door opening up constantly. So we did that. But yeah, it wasn't that bad of a day. So let's continue on with this one. Coriel. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that because I never played this one before. This is one white and a generic. It's a creature beast and it has the same mana cost. One generic and a white. You tap the card and then you get to tap target non-enchanted creature. So anything that doesn't have enchantment on it, you get to go ahead and tap it down for a 2/2. I'm going to put that in our white pile. We have a red spell called the Mountain Chocobo. For a 3 generic and a red sorcery, search your library for a mountain card, then reveal it. You put it into your hand and shuffle. Create 2/2 green bird creature token. With whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1/+1 till end of turn. It has flashback. For 5 generic and a red, which means you can recast a spell from your graveyard with that cost. Afterwards, you have to exile it. We have Rub Fourier for 2 black and a generic. 2 generic and a black, rather. It's a creature zombie horror. And it has, whenever this creature enters, it has an ETB. Choose one. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, so you won't play this on your second main phase. Or exile 2 target cards from a single graveyard. So that might be good as well if you want playing against someone that's doing some graveyard shenanigans. Go ahead and do that too for a 3/2. So we'll put this over here. We have Goobay Gardener for a generic and a green. It's a plant beast. You tap it. It adds 1 mana. It's a mana dork for 1/3. Oh, I guess I should have said. This is from Final Fantasy VII. This is from Final Fantasy XI. And this is from Final Fantasy XI as well. We have Scorpion Sentinel for a blue and a generic. It's an artifact creature robot scorpion. Say that 10 times fast, huh? And it's a 1/4. This is from 7. Final Fantasy 7. We have Adventurer's Airship for 3. This is an artifact vehicle, flying. Whenever this creature attacks, you draw a card, then discard a card. It has Crew 2. So Crew is a mechanic to use for vehicles. You tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. For a 3/2. This is from Final Fantasy 1. I'm going to put that over here in our colorless pile. We have Vane's Treachery for 1 generic and a black. It's an instant. It has Kicker. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. You may sacrifice an artifact or creature in addition to any other costs of the spell. So that's the kicker price. You have to sacrifice an artifact creature. So if you just play this for the 1 generic and a black, target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. But if we kick this spell, so if we sacrifice an artifact or we sacrifice a creature in addition to paying the cost of this card, well, that creature gets -6/-6 till end of turn instead. So you can just pretty much kill, for the most part, a lot of things. This is from Final Fantasy 12. Instant. I'm going to put it right over here. We have Stolen Uniform for a blue instant. Choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. Whenever you lose control of that equipment this turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, you must unattach it. So, a lot going on here. Let me read it again. So, you choose a target creature you control and target equipment. You gain control of that equipment until end of turn. So you could take this from anyone's board, really. Not just yours, but if another player is playing equipment, you go ahead and do that. So if I have this zombie horror here, and I play this, let's say I'm playing Demir, black, blue. If anyone else is playing a equipment, I could go ahead and take it, put it onto the zombie horror. When you lose control of that equipment this turn, if it's attached to the creature you control, unattach it. So that's not bad. It's pretty cool. Blue, we're going to put there. Cloud of Darkness. 2 generic, a black, and 2 green. It's a legendary creature avatar. As flying. N, Particle Beam. When Cloud of Darkness enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -X until end of turn, where X is the number of permanents in your graveyard for... it's a 3/3, and from Final Fantasy 3. I'm going to put that in here. Now, we got Queen Bahane. For 2 generic and a red, legendary creature, human noble, as prowess. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So typically what you want to do in your first main phase, play your land card. Then you want to play your non-creature spells. Your instants, your sorceries. So you want to play this. You want to play any artifacts as well. That artifact creature. You don't want to do that. You could do your... You don't want to do enchantment creature because that has creature in there. Anything that doesn't say creature in its name, you can go ahead and play. Then it gets +1/+1. And this has whenever Queen Bahane attacks, create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token deals 1 damage to each creature, each opponent. It's a 2/1 and from Final Fantasy 9. So it's our first red creature. We have Eden, Seat of the Sanctum. It's a land town. Tap it for colorless. A 5 tap. You mill 2 cards. Then you may sacrifice this land. When you do, return another target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. And this is from Final Fantasy 13. So we're going to put this over here. We're going to get our mythic now, or a rare rather. And we have Cypher. Ooh, the anime style Cypher. Cypher Almase. For 3 generic and a red, legendary creature, human knight. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Firecross. Whenever Cypher deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile instead for 3/4. Final Fantasy VIII. I actually like Cypher. I like the opening sequence. It's probably my favorite opening sequence of Final Fantasy. It brought me to tears many times because it's just amazing. I loved it. It blew my mind when I was a kid when it came out. Bard's Bow. For 2 generic and a green, it's an artifact equipment. It has job select. So these are pretty cool, the job select ones. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero token, then attach this to it. A quick creature gets +2/+2, has reach, and there's a bard in addition to other types. It has Perseus Bow, equipped 6. For 6, attached to target creature control, equipped only as a sorcery, then it gains that ability. This card isn't that great. It's great when it first comes in, and you attach it to a 1/1, so it becomes a 3/3. But after that, if that hero dies, this is not that good because then it costs double the amount it took to cast it to attach it to another creature. Not that great, in my opinion. We have Saralan, Notions of Scholars. It's a land town. land enters tap, and they could tap for either white or blue. All right. I don't know how y'all say it. I say Titus. I'm not sure where it came from. Titus. I have no idea. But we have Together Forever, Titus Yuna from Final Fantasy X. I have no idea where Titus came from. None whatsoever. I'm not gonna lie. It just completely like I was like, I don't know where Titus came from. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me get some water. All right. Okay, all right. Next pack. So we are on pack 3. We got 3 more left. We're halfway through. So far, we have a lot of green. And we have a good amount of blue and red as far as creatures. There's not really any sort of synergy I'm seeing so far. That might change. We might have stuff coming in the next like 4 packs. So let's see what else we got and go from there. Actually, what I want to do, I want to separate our bomb cards, which is like our rares. Yeah, I'm gonna put that here. This is the monocolor rare card, right? Yeah. So actually, I should put you here. Because you are our rainbow cards, because you're multicolor. Yeah. Okay. I feel like this is a good distraction from the shit that's going on in LA, but we're going to take time to talk about that in a bit. Near the end. So let's go on. We got Dwarven Castleguard for 1 generic and a white. It's a creature dwarf soldier, and when this creature dies, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token for 2/1. And from Final Fantasy IV. We have Ice Magic for 1 generic and a blue. It's an instant, and it has tiered. Choose 1 an additional cost. So for standard, 1 in the blue, you have Blizzard, which is return target creature to its owner's hand. Blizzara for additional 2, so then it would be a 3 blue, 3 generic in the blue. Target creature's owner puts it on their choice at the top and bottom of their library. Target creature and owner controls puts it on the top. Puts it on their choice at the top or bottom. So if I cast this to, let's say, my opponent, creature owner, I would choose the target creature, and they choose then if they're going to put it on the top or bottom of the pile. So I say, hey, I'm going to target this. They have to choose then, does it go to the top or bottom of the pile? So if you play it for additional 5 and another blue, so for 6 generic and 2 additional blue, so 8 total. Blizzaga, target creature's owner shuffles it into their library. That's a wild one. So if you want to go ahead and recur it, you could do that. It looks like this is Lulu on it, so yeah, that's Lulu from Final Fantasy X with the Moogle there that she always carried around. Blue spell we're gonna put here. Thunder Magic, which I liked playing. This is good. I did a Boros deck, so I had this in mind. It has lightning on it, and I feel like lightning got robbed because we could have had lightning bolt. I'm really pissed we didn't get a lightning bolt. Just really disappointed. But we got her in Thunder Magic, so it counts. For a generic red, this is tiered as well as yes, Thunder. Thunder Magic deals 2 damage to target creature. If you pay additional 3, so 3 and a red, you have Thundara, which it deals 4 damage to target creature. For additional 5 and a red, so 5, 6, 7, you have Thundaga, Thunder magic deals 8 damage to target creature, which I did, and it's powerful. It is powerful because of the tiered thing. So these do have a great benefit. This is from Final Fantasy 13. You have Undercity Rat for 1 black, and then generic, it's a creature rat. It has Rat Tail. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. An artifact with tap, sacrifice this token, and 1 mana of any color for a 2/2 from Final Fantasy 12. And it's a creature. We have Waka for Blitzball Shot for 1 generic and a green. It's an instant. Target creature gets +3/+3. Engage trample until end of turn. So there's been other cards like this, like Gigantic Growth. It gives you +3/+3, but I don't think it had trample with it. I can't remember if it had trample with it or it just had the buff. But this is not bad of a thing. This is from Final Fantasy X. So it's Waka. Just green pile. You have Syncopate, which has, oh my god, Seymour on it. With X and blue, so you can put whatever amount of mana into it. You can dump whatever amount of mana you want onto it, as long as you pay a blue. It's instant. Counter target spell unless the controller plays X. If that spell is countered this way, exile instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. From Final Fantasy X, because this is Seymour on it. Was Yuna's trying to get engaged with Yuna. But another adventurer is in another town. When this enters, you gain 2 life. Tap it for generic from Final Fantasy 3. Oh, we have Lucas Stadium, which is Strixhaven Stadium. This isn't foiled, which sucks, but it's 3 generic. It's an artifact. It has tap and put a point counter on this artifact. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter from this artifact. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, put a point counter on this artifact. Then if it has 10 or more point counters on it, remove them all, and that player loses the game. Oh snap. That's pretty wild. So let's read that again so that way I could further understand it. So whenever I tap this, I could go ahead and put a point counter on this artifact. But whenever a creature deals combat damage to me, I remove a point. Or whenever I deal combat damage to them, I could put additional point on as well. So I assume if I can essentially get at least 2 on there a turn. Because I could tap it and get a counter on there. Or I can attack out with a creature and get additional counter on it right from the get-go if I play on curve at 3. But every subsequent one, if I have more creatures out there, I could get additional counters as well as tapping it from the combat damage. But if it has 10 or more point counters on it, remove them all, and that player loses the game. Do I have to give this to someone? No, I don't think so. I think I have it. So this is going to go to here because this is artifact, colorless. We have Overkill. I was actually looking for this card, and I'm glad I got it. For 2 generic and a black, it has target creature you control gets -0, -999, which, as we all know, is the maximum amount of damage you could deal in the Final Fantasy game until end of turn. And it's from Final Fantasy X with Titus. I was thinking Squall. So that we're going to put in there. We have Oron's Inspiration. This is from Final Fantasy X. It's 2 generic and a white. It's an instant. Attacking creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It has flashback for 2 generic and 2 white. Again, Final Fantasy X with Oron in the background. Who else is in the background there? Is that Lulu? Yeah, that is Lulu. And then you have Titus, and you have Yuna. No Kamari, though. Or Waka. Put that there. See what we get here. Prompto Argentum. From Final Fantasy 14? 15. You have one generic and a red. I always felt that Prompto felt like Zell from Final Fantasy 8. Haste. Selfie shot. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, create a treasure token. Or 2/2. And from Final Fantasy 15. All I remember is that Prompto loves chocobos. Speaking of Squall, it's my second one. We got Squall, Seed Mercenary. I always thought it was CD. Because that, I didn't realize it was seed, like spreading seeds around the world, until much later. Embarrassingly much later in life. For 2 generic and white and the black, red. Squall is a legendary creature, human knight mercenary with rough divide. When a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield for a 3/3. Of course, from Final Fantasy 8, my favorite one. We have Balam T-Rexor. 4 generic and a green. It's a creature dinosaur. Trample. When this creature enters, you gain 3 life. And forest cycling for 2. I could discard this card when I paid it to. And then search my card for a forest, reveal it, and put it into my hand, then shuffle. It's a 6/6. From Final Fantasy 8 as well. Creature. Green. We have Treno. Dark City Town. Land Town. This enters in tapped, and it taps for Demir. Blue-black. Or black, rather. From Final Fantasy 9. Oh, we have Zane. Zane, right? Dane. I'm thinking of Van. In the gold writing. So these don't really go for too much, but, you know, they did pretty well. We didn't do that bad, that one. We got a few more. Another red, another black, a lot of green. So green we're looking at so far. I'm gonna go this one. I can already see the land in there. I don't think it's a big of a deal. All right, we got Dreams of Laguna from Final Fantasy 8. 1 generic and a blue. It's an instant. And surveil 1, then draw a card. Then it has flashback for 3 generic and a blue. So remember, surveil is you look at the top card of your library. You could choose to either keep it at the top of your library, or you could decide to ship it off to the graveyard if you wish. Again, it's from Final Fantasy 8. We're going to put you here. Sabatender. For 1 generic and a red, it's a creature plant with reach and landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent for a 2/1 from Final Fantasy 11. We have Paladin Arms. This is really good equipment. Really good equipment, so I'm glad I got this because I have a Voltron deck. I could try and see if I can slot this in. For 2 generic and the white, it's an artifact equipment with job select. So that means it creates a 1/1 colorless hero, and a quick creature gets +2/+1 and has ward 1 and is a knight in addition to its other types. And it has Lightbringer and Hero Shield equipped 4. So if you lose that 1/1, you gotta pay 4 to put it on another one. But it's good because it gives you a +2/+1, and it has ward +1. So that means if someone tries to target your creature, if it has it on there, they have to pay the mana cost of it. For example, they'll have to pay this plus an additional 1 to cast it because of the ward costs. Kind of like a little buffer. So I like this. Cornered by Black Mages. For 1 generic and 2 blacks, sorcery. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Then I create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token deals 1 damage to each opponent. We've gotten a lot of these, so maybe we might be focusing on this. From Final Fantasy 9. We got ads coming in less than 4 minutes. Commune with beavers for a green. Or forest. It's a sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact, creature, or land from among them and put them in your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Guy speaks beaver. Final Fantasy 2. We have world map for 1 generic. It's an artifact. 1 and tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it to your hand and shuffle. Or 3 tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Put your library. Search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So 1 gives you a basic, i.e. this is a basic card, or a land. So any one of these that we had over here, you'll be able to do those if you pay more for it. And this is from Final Fantasy 1. We have Light Up the Stage. Promise Fulfilled from Final Fantasy 8. This was part of the opening video for 2 generic and a red. Light Up the Stage is a sorcery. It has a spectacle cost 1. So I'll explain what spectacle means after the fact. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of turn. Until end of your next turn, you may play those cards. And the spectacle cost is if I dealt damage to the opponent. So this will mainly be played on your second main phase. The cost is reduced to the single mana cost. So it gets reduced by 2. So it's not that bad of a card. Again, you exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of turn. End of your next turn, rather. You may play those cards. And that's from Final Fantasy 8. Evil Reawaken. For 4 generic and a black, it's a sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Final Fantasy 5. Got ads starting up in less than 90. We have Lock Cole. For 1 and the mirror. Blue, black. Legendary creature, human rogue, has Death Touch and Lifelink. Whenever Lock Cole deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. 2/3, Final Fantasy 6. I really like the art they did in this one. Looks really cool. Yeah, signpost goes over there. We have Barrett Wallace. For 3 generic and a red, it's a legendary creature, human rebel, has reach. Whenever Barrett Wallace attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to the defending player for a 4/4. And from Final Fantasy 7, that's not that bad. That's not that bad, actually. It deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures. So you want this in an equipment deck, and that's going to be pretty good. Because if you have a lot of these job select ones, that's like 3 there already. We have the Emperor of Palamancia for, is it blue and red, legendary creature, human noble wizard. Tap, add a blue or red, spend this mana only to cast a non-creature spell. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if it was 4 mana spent to cast it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then if it has 3 or more +1/+1, transform it. It's a 2/2, and then it goes to a 3/3, the Lord Master of Hell. Legendary creature, demon noble wizard. And it has Starfall. Whenever the Lord Master of Hell attacks, deal X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature lands in your graveyard. There's an ad starting up, so we're going to go ahead, take a little break, come back. I already saw what it was. Kind of. I know the art, but I don't know what creature it is. So we'll be taking a 90-second ad break, folks, and I'll just talk a bit, and we'll continue on when y'all get back. So this was about that. I kind of like that one. I don't know if we have anything to play it, though. I'm really thinking that we might be leaning more towards excuse me, more towards the non-creature spell side of things. But again, I have to see what we come up with. I know we have a lot of green, but we did get quite a bit of red in that go. We are getting a lot of artifacts too. We really are. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get. I pulled this in pre-release. I didn't use it. We don't have a lot. We have a bit of artifacts. But none that we could equip, really. Like, really, I'm only... So far, we got one. Nothing really here. So I don't think we're going to be doing artifact equipment, because we're not really getting anything. We got a little bit of landfall. So let me see. Black, did we get anything? No, nothing really creature wise. That sucks. We just got a lot of the spells that say, you know, you cast that. So we got cornered by the black mages. We got circle of power. Did blue have it? No, not necessarily there. In the spells? Counter syncopate. No. No. Interesting to see what we could do. Alright, ads are done. Welcome back, y'all. We just talked about what we might potentially be building. Not too sure. Not too sure. Okay, so we have Egard, not Egard Markov. Calm down, y'all. Calm down. I tell myself the same thing when I saw this card. Egard, King of Figaro. For 4 generic and 2/2 blue. We have legendary creature, human artificial noble. That U0. When Egard enters, draw a card for each artifact you control, 2-headed coin. The first time you flip 1 or more coins each turn, those coins come up heads and you win those flips. Or 4/5. It's from Final Fantasy VI. There are a bit of cards in here I saw that are like coin flipping. So let's see what else we could get. We got a foiled Avengers in. I think I'm going to put this in my Trelicera deck because I didn't have a foiled one. So that's pretty good. We got another foiled land. We have Gongaga, Reactor Town, Land Town. This enters in tapped. And it's for Gruul, red or green, and from Final Fantasy VII. And here's our hero token. This is a pretty cool one. This is, what I like is that each of the hero tokens is from a different Final Fantasy. So this is from 14 from online. I saw that they had a Lalafell as one. I like Lalafell, so shout out to them. The treasure is from Final Fantasy 1. I'm going to put this actually right there. All right, so we're down to 2, folks. Tenemos 2 paquetes más. We have 2 more packs. We don't know what we're going to get. Could be anything. The stuff that might be driving it might be our bomb cards, our mythics, our rares, and our signpost cards. Those might be driving it as well. So let's see what we could get. Should we go with summon? Or should we go with combat tutorial first? I think we're going to go with this one first. Let's see what we get. We have Summon Chocomog for 2 generic and a white. This is a saga. So when it comes in, we get the first step. And then after step 4, we sacrifice it. All the steps, 1 through 4, state Stampede. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. It's an enchantment creature, Sage Bird Mogul. Moogle. For 3/3 from Final Fantasy VII. So we're going to put this over here because it's a creature. We have Item Shop Keep for 1 generic and a red. I actually had this in my Boros deck when I was playing during pre-release. It's a creature, human citizen. Whenever you attack target creature, target attacking equipped. Let me say that again. Whenever you attack, target attacking equipped creature gains menace until end of turn. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. It's a 2/2 from Final Fantasy 3. So this wasn't that bad. This was pretty good because it gave it forces the opponent to block it with 2 creatures, not just 1. So that's pretty good. This card got me a number of times at pre-release. Marlboro for 4 generic and a black. This is a creature, plant horror. It has bad breath. And that is, when this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 of their library. Or you could do it for swamp cycling. Play 2, you discard it, and you search your library for a swamp card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle up for a 4/4. I had this played against me twice, and it sucked because I had to discard a card, and then I had to pitch 3 cards I actually needed, and I lost 2 life. But the cards after that were just slaying cards. So this did me dirty. This did me very dirty indeed. We have Stuck and Summoner's Sanctum for 2 generic and a blue for enchantment aura. Flash, so I can play this at instant speed whenever I feel like it. And it has a chant, artifact, or creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its controller untap step, and its activated abilities can't be activated from Final Fantasy X. I love cards like this. When it has this last paragraph here, especially this last line. The last line is what I really love. Its activated abilities can't be activated. So that means if I have this on here, on the Summon Chocobo mod, it gets tapped. Nothing happens through 1 through 4. The reason why I don't want to put this on this is that this dies after 4 anyway. So the 4th turn, it dies. So you don't necessarily want it on something like that. You would want it, say, on... Let's see what we could put this on. Let's say Emperor, right? Let's say Emperor. You put it on here, you can't tap it anymore to add this mana to cast a non-creature spell. It won't be able to do anything. It's just sitting there looking pretty. It does nothing. It's a paperweight at that point. I love cards like this because it's sneaky. It messes up the gameplay for your opponent. They had to rethink what they could do, and they had to come up with removal, enchantment removal, to go ahead and get rid of this, so that way they could play their card. But as we've been seeing, there's not really that much enchantment removal. We saw non-enchanted creature, but not enchantment removal. So in the sealed set, which is what this is, sealed environment, sealed draft, pretty good. Bard's Bow, we saw this for 2 generic and a green. Has job select for 1/1. It gets attached to it for a 2/2, and it has reach and it's barred to its additional types. Equip 6 if you lose the 1/1. Not really that good of a card from Final Fantasy 14. Don't like this one. Don't like it. Oh, it's on the bottom there. Our second copy is Syncopate. For X and blue, instant, counter target spell unless its control plays X. If this spell was countered that way, exile it instead of putting it into the graveyard. Final Fantasy X with Seymour on it. We have a lot of blue spells. We have Blitzball for 3. Artifact, tap for 1 mana. Go! Tap, sacrifice this artifact, draw 2 spells, activate only if an opponent was dealt combat damage by a legendary creature this turn. Final Fantasy X, of course. Ooh. Mizzix's Mastery. Dawn Warrior's Legacy. That card looks gorgeous. I wish this was foiled. I wish some of these came in foiled. that little like dragon over there. For 3 generic and a red, it's a sorcery. Exile top card in that that's an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. Exile target card that's an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. For each card exiled this way, copy it. And you may cast a copy without paying its mana's cost. Exile Dawn Warrior's Legacy. Overload is 5 generic, red, red, red. I'll have to see what the overload means. I think you get additional benefit to it. I'm not entirely sure what that means. One moment, because I have to move the wrappers. So I don't want to create kringle, kringle, kringle sounds. Okay, let's see if we can find out what overload benefit it is. So we're gonna go to Scryfall, and then we're gonna do Mizzix Mastery. If I could spell Mizzix Mastery. Yep, I did mean that. Okay, so this tells you what overload is. So again, let's go ahead and bring the card over here. Yo, this is the story of a... I thought it was blue. It had the start of blue. So Dawn's Warrior's Legacy or Mizzix Mastery. Again, it is 3 generic and a red sorcery. Exile target card that is an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. For each card exiled this way, copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Exile it or overload 5 generic and 3 red. The overload is you may cast this spell for its overload cost. If you do, change target in its text to each. So if I pay just a red and a 3 generic, it will be just the 1 card instant I could copy. So for example, I could do... Let's do this. I would only be able to do overload. So I would copy it and I could pay it without paying its mana cost. So it'd be a free spell. But if I overloaded it for the 5 generic and the 3 red, it's every single instant or sorcery card I could do without paying. So if it's overload, the overload cost is going to be highly beneficial because it gives you a good boon. The downside for overload is that it's a huge mana cost. Huge mana cost, but the risk is definitely worth the reward. The juice is worth the squeeze. You may want to consider paying the overload cost. So you've got a lot of, like I said, a lot of decent red instants and sorceries. We have Galf's Final Act for 1 generic and a green instant. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains when this creature dies. Put a +1/+1 counter equal to its power up to 1 target creature. Final Fantasy V. Not that bad. Not that bad. So if you know your creature's going to die, you go ahead and pump it up, and it gets a +1/+0. And there's additional. It gains, put a +1/+1 counter equal to its power. So it will be. Let's say where's that job select we had? All right, so let's say this. Let's say we have this job select here. We create a 2/1. We create a 1/1 rather on it. So we have our 1/1. We go ahead with this and we put this on here. This becomes a 3/2. We're going to block, and we're blocking like a 4/2 or 4/3. We cast this. It gets +1/+0. I was going to say, this sounds like an ad, but it's not an ad. It gets +1/+0, and when this creature dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power up to one target creature. So this would become a 4/2. And when it dies, we just go ahead and do that. I want to get copyright. Let's see real quick what I could do. Did I get through the whole thing? Yo, I did. I did get through it. Let's just do this. I'm not sure what's going to be in this or not. But hey. Actually, let's not do that. Because the audio is really low. I apologize, folks. Alright, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Nope. Let me see what else we got. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this over here. And let me see what I can do. Just give me 1 second. All right, let's just do this. It's getting hot in here. 1 second. Okay. Oh, this is members only. Never mind. I put a thermostat down because it is hot. All right. There's this. All right, there we go. We have Ilmeg Pixie for 1 blue and a generic. It's a creature fairy flying. Whenever this creature attacks, surveil 1 or 2/1 from Final Fantasy 14. Oh, it already feels so much better in here. Hot as hell. Okay, we have Capital City. Good land card. Town land. Tap it. For 1 and tap, you could create any color, or you could cycle it. You could discard this card and draw a card. From Final Fantasy 14 as well. And our rare or mythic, we got Minwu, White Mage. So this is actually a good one for my Trilocera Commander deck. It is 3 generic and a white. It's a legendary creature, human cleric. Vigilance and lifelink. Whenever you gain a life, put a +1/+1 counter on each cleric you control. So kind of like a Soul Sister, but it's looking for specific clerics. And it's a 3/3 from Final Fantasy 2. We're going to put this one over here. That's it? That's all I got in that one? Oh, no. We have Mesiden Elder. Mesiden Elder for a 2 generic and a red creature, human wizard. When this creature enters, create a 0/1 black Wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token gets deals 1 damage to each opponent for 1/3 from Final Fantasy IV. I like the foil on this, but it's like really hard to see like straight on. It's kind of like matted. All right, let's see what else we get. We get Windurst, Federation Center from Final Fantasy 11. It's a town. Enters in tapped. You can tap for either green or white Selesnya. Here is another hero token, again from Final Fantasy 14. And the flip side gives a copy. Last pack, y'all. Last pack. Let's see what we get. Let's see how we do. We get a lot of red cards. I feel like we're getting a lot more of those create Black Wizard. All right, we start out with combat tutorial from Final Fantasy X with Lilu like upset at Titus because Titus is just failing right now. For 2 generic and a blue, it's a sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards. Put a +1/+1 counter up to 1 target creature you control. All right, we have Magic Tech Infantry for a single white. Artifact creature, Robot Soldier. This creature gets +1/+0 as long as you control another artifact. 2 generic and a white. Search your library card for a card named Magitech Infantry. Put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. It's a 1/1 from Final Fantasy 15. Warrior Sword. I played this one as well. For 3 generic and a red. Job select. So when it comes in, you create a 1/1, then attach this to it. Attached creature gets +3/+2. And there's a warrior to its additional. In addition to its other types, and it has equip 5. Really expensive after the fact, but I mean, this comes in to be a 4/3 or 4. It's not bad. Plus, there's other equip cards in here, equipment cards that like were really good. This is from Final Fantasy 1. We have Resentful Revelation. 1 generic and the black. Trying to see which way my hand could go. Sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand. The rest in your flashback. Rest in your graveyard. Reading ahead. Flashback for 6 generic and a black. Final Fantasy 7. So again, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand. The rest into your graveyard. Chocobo Kick. For 1 green and a generic, it's a sorcery. Kicker. Return land you control to its owner's hand. You may return a land you control to its owner's hand in addition to paying any other costs of this to cast the spell. Target creature you control deals damage. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If the spell was kicked, the creature you control deals twice that much damage instead. From Final Fantasy 4. So this is a really good card. Really good piece of removal. Another Iron Giant for 7. So I'm glad we didn't get... It seems like we didn't get too many repeats. Artifact Creature Demon, Vigilance, Trample, Reach, 6/6. Final Fantasy 15. This one fucked me up in pre-release. Vincent's Limit Break for a generic and a black. Instant. It's also tiered until end of turn. Target creature you control gains this. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and it has the chosen base power and toughness. Gallon Beast for 0. So just the cost of the card. It's a 3/2. Death Gygus for additional. So for 2 generic and a black, it's a 5/2. Or Hellmasker for 3 additional, so that will be 4 generic and a black, and it's a 7/2. All has 2 toughness, so it yes, it's strong power, but easily defendable. And it is from Final Fantasy VII. Good. We have a lot of red spell, a lot of black spells, and red. We have Sandworm from 4 generic and a red. It's a creature and a worm, believe it or not. It has haste. When this creature enters, destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land, put it into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. It's a 5/4 from Final Fantasy V. So a little bit of land destruction in this. We have Demon Wall for a generic and a black. It's an artifact creature, Demon Wall. Defender. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Usually, walls can't attack. But let's see what's going on here. And it has Defender, which means it can't really attack. As long as this creature has a counter on it, it may attack as though it didn't have Defender. There we go. Excuse me. For 5 generic and a black, put 2 +1/+1 counters on this. It's a 3/3, so when you do that, it becomes a 5/3. It's from Final Fantasy XIV. Artifact creature. We have Summon Shiva. Everyone loves Shiva. This is for 3 generic and a blue. It has 3 steps. When you enters in, we automatically go to step 1. It has Heavenly Strike. Tap target creature and opponent controls. Put a stun counter on it. If a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove one from it instead. On step 3, it has Diamond Dust. Draw a card for each tapped creature your opponent controls. It's an enchantment creature, Saga Elemental. It's a 4/5, and this specific one is from Final Fantasy X. No, I haven't got an actual GF summon card. This is from Final Fantasy 8. They use the GF function. I haven't got one of those yet. Yo, I was looking for one of these. I was hoping to get one of these. It's not the style I wanted in. This is huge in equipment. This is huge in life gain. We have Excalibur 2. For 1 generic, it's a legendary artifact equipment. We're starting with the rares early, yo, because we haven't even got a damn land card yet. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on Excalibur 2. Equipped creature gets a +1/+1 for each charge counter on Excalibur 2, equipped for 3. From Final Fantasy 9. Huge card that I could put in my commander deck. Huge, huge, huge. I don't know where I want it on my life gain one, or if I want this on a Voltron deck. I'll show you those decks after we get done trying to do a draft. So we'll see what those are. That's huge, bro. Huge. I want to put that actually in my bomb card. Next, we have another rare. We have Joshua, Phoenix Dominant for 1 generic and Boros, a white-red. A red-white in this case. Legendary creature, Human Noble Wizard. When Joshua enters, discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. So you could discard 2 cards and then draw 2 cards, at least. I have to do up to 2 cards, so at least 2 cards. For 3 generic and a red and a black and a red and a white and tap it. Exile Joshua, then return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate one as a sorcery. It's a 3/4. This is from Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, 16. Yes. Phoenix, Warden of Fire. This is a saga. As lore counter in it, we have ads starting up soon, so let's go real quick. It has Rising Flames. Phoenix deals 2 damage to each opponent. On the third one, Flames at Rebirth, return any number of target creatures, the total value of mana value 6 or less, to the graveyard, from the graveyard to the battlefield. Exile Phoenix to return to the battlefield face up for a 4/4. So this just comes back, comes back, comes back. Excuse me. We're gonna go to ads. I think the smoke is messing with my my throat. Of course, I had no air filters. We only have a few more cards left. I have no air filters. I just ordered some. They should be here tomorrow, but dude, my throat. No bueno right now. No bueno right now. Excalibur's huge. Excalibur is huge. So we got Overkill. We got Excalibur. Paladin Arms, which I think I pulled in pre-release. Who else did we get? Minwu. So for Trelicera seems to be getting a nice upgrade from some of these cards we're getting. My goodness. Yeah, this sounds like late 90s, early 2000s rock I used to listen to. And I'm here for it. Yeah, I remember this song. All right, we're back. I apologize for the ads. Yeah, the smoke is killing me. Not killing me, I shouldn't say that. The smoke is really bothering me. Really bothering my throat. I can feel it. So let's continue on. In case I didn't finish explaining Phoenix. Again, Phoenix, Word of Fire, has 3 lore counters on it. So when you flip it over, it starts out with Saga Count 1, Lore Count 1, which is Rising Flames. Phoenix deals 2 damage to each opponent, so that happens for lore counts 1 and 2. On the third one, Rebirth, Flames of Rebirth, return any number of target creature cards with total value, mana value of 6 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Exile Phoenix, and then return to the battlefield face up. It's a 4/4. So this could just come, you could keep paying it, do this, comes back when it's done, do this, like, really good. Really good. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got Toggle, a Fine Hound, in the extended alt art foil. So this actually might be worth a bit. Maybe not all that much, maybe like a couple bucks or so. For 1 and a green, or it could be worth like 75 cents. It's a legendary creature wolf. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell each turn, that creature enters in with additional +1/+1 counter on it for each dog and wolf you control. You can tap it. It's a mana dork as well. For 1 color, it's a 2/2 from Final Fantasy 16. I was going to put this in my Voja deck, but I realized that I don't have any other humans. It's the wolf elf deck, not humans, so I can't put it in Voja, sadly. And then we got a full art land and a hero card. All right, so we'll put that there. So now what we want to do is we want to look at our cards, specifically our creatures, and see what we can play with, see what we have. For example, if like one pile had like 2 creatures in it, maybe it's not worth playing. Because you don't have that many defenders out there. So let's see. Let's start out with white. Let's see what we got in white. And I'm going to shuffle these up, put them in order of mana value. So we have 4 creatures in white. We have Magic Infantry, Artifact Creature, Robot Soldier. When it enters in, this cares about artifacts. So we do have a number of artifacts to play. In fact, so that may not be that bad. It's a 1/1. When this creature dies, we create a 1/1 colorless hero token. Great. This is a 2/2 for 2. We pay 2. We can tap a non-enchanted creature. This is a summon. This buffs our other creature. They get +1/+0 until end of turn, but only for 4 turns. After that, this goes bye-bye. And the same thing with this one. This gives us a little thing. So this creature does 4 damage to target tap creature opponent controls. And then on lower counts 3, the next 2 turns, another target creature control gets +1/+0 and flying until end of turn. Then after turn 3 starts, it goes away. So essentially, we only have 3 creature cards from here because these will go bye-bye and will not be able to come back. So in all honesty, white is not looking good. Let's go to red, which we seem to have a lot in. I'm going to order it by mana value. See what we got when it comes to mana value wise. Okay. So Pronto cares about non-creature spells. If we cast them at least 4, then we create a treasure token. So non-creature spells. So Pronto wants to spell sling. Saboteur cares about landfall. We have stuff with landfall, so potential. Item Shopkeep cares about equipment creatures, which we do have some job select stuff, and we have some equipment we could do, so possibly. Queen Bee cares about non-creature spells, and it also creates wizards, black wizards, which we didn't get any. Let me see. Hero horror, hero copy, hero treasure. We have no wizards. I don't think any of my other ones have wizards. But Queenie cares about non-creature spells, and whenever she attacks, she creates black wizard tokens for when we create non-creature spells. They ping for 1 damage, so it's pretty good. This goes with. I'm going to put it with Pronto because Pronto cares about non-creature spells. Mysidian Elder also cares about non-creature spells. It too creates a 0/1 black wizard creature token. So that goes with this. Warrior Stand is job select, but it's a 4-coster. While it's great and it'll be a 4/3, it's up there. It does care with go in theme with item shopkeep, so that's good. So we'll kind of keep that a little bit over here. Barrett also cares about creatures with equipment, so that goes with the warrior and item shopkeep. Sandworm just cares about land destruction. It's a big one, so maybe we play this, maybe we don't. It doesn't matter what we put it in. If we do this one or that one, it could do it. So like we have 3 of each, so we're gonna have to see what else we have that might do non-creature spells and create black wizards, or what other equipment type of things we have. So I want to put that right there. Black. So we're gonna see what we could do here. Defender, Menace. Oh, actually, let me put the order of it. There. We only have 4, so not that much, but we have 4. Undercity Dire-Rat. When it dies, we create a token. Demon Wall. It has Defender, Menace. As long as it has a counter on it, it can attack, but we have to create at least 6 to put counter on it. 2 counters, so maybe not. This is a nice thing of graveyard shenanigans, or destroying target creature. If a target creature that dealt damage this turn We could destroy it, or we could exile 2 cards from a single graveyard. Or Marlborough. That breath. When this creature enters exile, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, exiles top 3, and swap cycle. So nothing really great there. Nothing really great going on there. So let's see what we got in green. I don't think we're going to be playing those because, I mean, while we do have 3 here and we have 4 here, nothing really synergizes with either the equipment or the spell slinging that we're going for. So I'm not really feeling that. Let me put these in the order it could go in. So that, do that, that. Okay. Shaj's Chocobo, which is landfall. We did have one thing dealing with landfall. That was Saboteur. Sabatendor. So maybe humans. Well, we have 3 humans here, but we're not going to have any other additional wolves probably. So it doesn't. Let's see, what was this wall? No. It's a demon wall. So that's not really going to help out. So whenever you cast your first human creature spell each turn, that creature enters in with additional +1/+1 counter on it. So it's really one-sided. Like, we only have Toggle to really do that, and that's it. Nothing else is really going to matter, so maybe not. Gooby Gardener, Mana Dork. So we could do it if we need to get there, but again, it's not really doing anything to either of those, so maybe not. Giant Toad, as long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +2/+2. Again, not really doing anything for those 2, so maybe not. And the BLM T-Rexar. When it enters in, we gain 3 life, or Fire Cycle. It has Trample for 6/6. Not really doing anything with these. I don't think we're going green, so no for white. I don't think we're doing black. I don't think we're doing green. So we're hoping that blue helps us out with creatures. Let me go ahead and get these around. We only have 4 creatures. So let's see what we got. We got Pixie. When this creature attacks, surveil 1. So that might help us out, because it could help us look for either equipment, or it could help us look for those creatures or other things that I might care about. But I think better for spell slinging, because we could find non-creature spells with it and pitch lands. So that's actually pretty good. Whenever you control 7 or more lands, it gets +3/+3. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Whenever another artifact you control enters, draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And again, this comes in with stun counters and is a 4/5 as well. And we draw a card based on each tapped creature our opponents control. So blue kind of seems like it, because we do have this, which we could look for. This cares about 7 more lands. This cares about when another artifact enters in, and this. And then let's see what artifacts we have. Let's put this in order of mana. I don't have many, so I'm not sure why I'm being... So we have World Map. Artifact. So, what is this? One cared about 7. And then when an artifact enters in, draw a card. Okay. So we have the world map, which we could use to search for a land card. Basic land or regular land. We have airship. So whenever it attacks, draw a card and discard, which could help out because that will help us look for non-creature spells. Blitzball, a mana dork, or sacrifice it and we draw 2 cards. If an opponent was dealt combat damage, we have Lucas Stadium, which I really don't understand how this card works. If someone does in chat, If you understand how Strixhaven Stadium works out, please explain it to me, because I don't. Again, it's an artifact. 3 costs. It has tap, add a generic, put a point counter on this artifact. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove the point counter from this artifact. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to the opponent, put a point counter on this artifact. Then if it has 10 or more point counters on it, remove them all, and that player loses the game. Oh, I see. I understand it now. It just only took me 3 times to read it. So, how it works is, like I was saying before, I could tap it to put a point counter on it, or whenever a creature I control. So I have to read... I have to turn off that thing for Spirit City. Just realizing now. Whenever a creature attacks, so it has to accumulate up to at least 10 counters on there. This would be good if I had something with Proliferate, but apparently I don't have Proliferate. Then if it gets 10, I can remove them all, and that my opponent loses the game. And then I have the Iron Giant ones as well. Let's look at our bomb cards too. So white, we have Lifelink, doesn't really go with what we're looking to do. Eggard, which is coin flipping. We're not really coin flipping here. Cypher, whenever a creature controls attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Whenever Cypher deals combat damage, you may cast an instant or sorcery card 3 or less from... Oh! Whenever you cast... You may cast... Cypher might be great in this. When Cypher attacks alone. Kane, I don't think we're going to use, because I don't think Kane's going to help out in this. Jump, Kane has flying. When Kane deals combat damage, that player gains control of Kane. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do Kane. But Cypher, we might. And then let's look at our... Let's look at our signpost cards too, which are also some bomb cards as well. That contain bomb cards. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, so it could be an artifact, could be equipment. It's not any of these, or cast these. So Joshua, whenever he enters, I discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. I could pay that, transform it, activate only as a sorcery. So I don't think that would count as casting it. This isn't really going to help us out. Emperor of Palamacia, is it? Tap it to add the blue or red. Spend this to cast a non-creature spell. Hey, yo. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put +1/+1 counter on it. Then if it has 3 more +1/+1 counters on it, transform it. The way you transform it, it becomes the Lord Master of Hell. Whenever it attacks, deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature spell lands in my graveyard. So actually, we got 2 things that might help out. Cypher and this. So it looks like we might be doing Is It after all. So I'm going to put that there. Excuse me. Lock. Death Touch, Lifelink. Whenever Lock deals combat damage to a target player, draw a card, then discard a card. Could we splash black in here and do... Let me see what Kane does. We lose life, right? Let me see. When you do, draw that many cards, create that many treasure tokens, lose that much life. Deals combat damage. Would be great because of the treasures? I don't know. I don't think we're going to be doing Lock. Squall, we are not going to be playing Squall. Because we're not white or black. We're not doing Cloud of Darkness. And... no, we're not doing these colors, so we're not doing X Death either. Go Bez. We're not doing artifacts. We're not doing artifacts, sadly. So we're not doing Gobez. And Ignis, we're not doing those colors, so sadly, no. So sadly, we are not. Okay. So looks like we are gonna do blue. And I just might splash this red as well, just so we can have a big defender out there. I don't think we're going equipment, because we don't have anything really. Let's look at our spells. See what we got. So here we got Paladin Arms, so that could help out with Barret. Attacking creatures get +2/+0 to help out, and this could help out too. Excuse me, I had a cough. If we're gonna be doing non-creature spells, this is definitely gonna help out. Let me also change the mana. So let me change this out. Okay, so Thunder Magic we could cast, non-creature spell. Light at the stage we could cast, non-creature spell. These are all non-creature spells, so that works out too for us because we want this. This isn't really going to help us out. So I won't play this. Call the Mountain Chocobo. I won't play this because it's not really going to help us out. Light Judgment will help us out because we can deal 6 damage to a target creature and destroy the equipment attached to it. So I'm going to put that like that. Let's go back to black and let's see what we got as far as mana costs. Yeah, I'm digging these beats. Okay, let me just make sure I got this right. And I do. Excellent. We got Vane's Treachery. Again, sacrifice an artifact creature for a kicker. Target creature gets -2/-2. If it was kicked, it gets -6/-6. Vincent's Limit Break is tiered. So when our creatures die, we kind of come back with one of those tiered power and defense power. Resentful Relevation. Look at the top 3 cards of the library. Put one of them in their hand, the rest in the graveyard. Flashback costs as well. Cornered by Black Mages. See, this is where we could probably use to splash some black because we did get this one. So maybe some black we could use, splash in. Overkill. Circle of Power. Again, we like that too. Sephiroth's Intervention, which lets us destroy a creature, we gain 2 life. And Awaken Evil, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on it. So if we're be splashing black and we're gonna go red, blue, black, looking at our signpost cards, red, blue, black. Red, blue, black, we have this. Blue, black, we have this. Or I have Keen. Whenever an artifact you control enters Surveil 1 at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 more artifacts, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. I don't think that's going to help us out. Lock. Might. It's Death Tough with Lifelink, and Kane might. Honestly, and then maybe Excalibur as well. Okay, let's look at green. 3.5 minutes, add start. Okay. Quite a bit in green, but honestly, I don't think anything's going to help us out. Commune with Beavers. The top 3 of your library, reveal an artifact, creature, or land card from among them. Put them in your hand, put one of them in your hand, put the rest of the library in random order. You have Chocobo Kick with a kicker with a return and land. That's additional cost. So target creature deals, you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Opponent controls, if it was kicked, it deals twice that much damage. So this is a fight spell. Gullos Final Act, until end of turn. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains when this creature dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power to one target creature. Blitzball Shot, target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample. And 2 copies of Bard's Bow with it has job select. Okay, it's a 1/1 colorless hero, and it gets attached to it for a 2/2, and it has reach. Not that good. Excuse me. Blue. Let me go ahead and see what we got for blue. That. Really this. This. Whoop. Jeez, crackers. This. We got a lot of blue spells. We have Stolen Uniform. Choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. When you lose control of that equipment this turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, unattach it. Syncopate, which is counterspell. We have 2 of those, so we can just essentially just cast it for 1 on the cheapest side. Oh man, I could smell the smoke. I could smell the smoke. Oh, it's that bad. Oh, these filters are going to be here early tomorrow morning. They can't come soon enough. Dreams of Laguna. For 1 in the blue. Surveil, draw a card, flashback for 3 in the blue. So that'd be good. Ice Magic. Remember, this is tiered as well. We can return target creature to owner's hand. Target creature's owner puts it on their choice at the top or bottom, or target creature owner shuffles it into their library. Combat tutorial, so target player draws 2 cards, put a +1/+1 counter until 1 target creature I control. Or Stuck in Summoner Sanctum, which flash, enchant a creature or artifact, and when it enters in, tap that permanent. And that permanent doesn't untap during its unstep, and it can't activate its activated abilities. Mana abilities can't be activated. Okay, so I want to do this. We are going to go blue, black, red. We're not going to play that many black creatures. Maybe like just 2. Yeah, because we're splashing in black. Okay, we're not doing this one. We're not doing that. So I got rid of... We're not doing that. So I got rid of white, green, because we're not doing those cards at all. We're not going to be doing these 2, Minwu or Egger. So we're going to put those away. We are not going to be doing Squall, sadly. A boy Squall. We're not going to be doing Cloud of Darkness. X-Death, we're not going to be doing. Golbez, we're not going to be doing because it's not really going to help us out. It's just going to have us return things with artifacts, but I'm not sure if we're going to be playing that many artifacts to begin with. Ignis, we're not doing, and Joshua, sadly, we are not doing. Okay, let me take a look at my artifacts and see if there's anything here in which I can do. We have ads starting up in a little bit. I think Lucas Stadium will be kind of cheeky. is a non-creature, so I could do the vehicle. All right, ads are starting, folks. So let's take a break. This fire is ridiculous. Let me see if I can find any information on it. Firewatch. Oh. It is, and I don't want to play this. So this was updated at least 5 hours ago. It's 25% contained. It's 400 acres that are burning right now. Oh, it is not far from me. That's why I could smell it. It is not that far from me. Yeah. 25% contained as of 5. Multiple roadways in the forest are closed as crews work to extinguish the fire. Also threatening one structure. Officials are also warning the public not to fly drones over the area. Damn. All right. Ad break is done. We're just looking over the forest fires. 400 acres, 25% contained as of 5 hours ago. So, yeah. We're just thinking of what artifacts to put in. I did put in 2 because they are not creatures. This artifact vehicle, it can attack. I have to crew it up. Chocobo, I'm not putting. Okay. Let me take this. And what I'll do too is I'll take this list and put it in a Mox field. If you folks want to play this in a limited sense, go ahead and do that. So these 2, let me take out. So I want to put this up by mana curve for creatures and just see what we get. Oh, we'll put this here as well. We're not doing too many black. So I don't think I'm doing these at all, depending on how high my curve goes. I may not be doing it. So I'm just going to put this over here. I want to hold off on Sandworm for a bit. There's our 4-drop. We have 2 3s. We have a 4. We have a 2-drop. This would be great because it gets us a treasure token so we can help cast some stuff. Here's another 2-drop. Another 3-drop. I don't know if I want to do Shiva. I definitely want to do this. 7 or more lands. I think we could do other stuff with it, so I'm going to put this here. It looks like we got a good amount of creatures already. But we don't have any 1-drops. We have 2-drops. 3-drops, 4-drops. We're gonna put some artifacts in here, and I think we can do this. Maybe I might do Marlborough. So that's what our creature curve looks like. If I put Marlborough in, I should also see what lands I got. It looks like this. Capital City I might put in. We're definitely going to put in Treno, because Treno is Demir. We could put in Gongaga, because it has red in there. That will help us fix that. And Shar Leyland, we could put in because it has blue. That'll help us fix that. I can only put in one copy of Adventurers in, so I want to go ahead and do that. I want to go for the non-foil one because I don't want to fuck it up. I want to put that in my own deck. Okay, I am looking. We can't do these two, so they're going here. We can't do Windurst. Because we don't have green or white. I'm looking at Eden. So let's read Eden again. Eden, Seat of the Sanctum. Land town, tap for generic, 5 and tap, mill 2 cards, then you may sacrifice this land. When you do, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Mill 2 cards, stack the land, return target permanent from the graveyard to my hand. Possibly. And again, we're pitching 2 Ventures in and Windurst because we don't have the color for it. I do have a island, so I'm going to put it in there. We're not playing Forest. We're not playing green. That's going away. So we have 17 lands. So we have 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So we just have 7 lands to pull. So you have to have at least 17 lands. And we're looking at... what did I say? We have... Let me just count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 plus 10, because we have 7 here. We have 29. When you get to 30, 29. When you get to 40. Dang. That's 30. So we have 10 more cards to play with. I think we put all these in. 34. $35, $36. $37. $38. $39. Uh, 38, 39, and then I had to. I'd rather do this one. Actually, 40, 41. We're gonna have some cuts to do. And I can already cut this. So we're at 40. So we're not gonna play Scorpio Sentinel. I know I didn't want 41, 42, because those are non-creature spells. 43. Okay. I want to put this here. I want to move this up so I can see the curve of my spells. And by spells, I mean like instants and sorceries. So let's fix this. We're going to get this all nice and cutesy schmoopsy boopsy. All right, we got that. It sucks because we're not going to be playing anything on turn 1. Sadly, we didn't get a turn 1 card. There would have been some great cards to play turn 1 if we drew them in this draft. Let me actually move this up just a bit more so that way it actually looks somewhat decent. I'm not even sure I want to play Shiva, honestly, but it does tap stuff down, so that does help us out. It stifles our opponent when we're playing. Okay, so 3/3. Essentially, this is a 1-drop. Syncopate. Another 1-drop with lightning magic. Pretty much we're playing all our red spells for the most part, minus Call of the Mountain Chocobo. We have Vincent. We have Laguna. We have Stuck in Summoner Sanctum. Goes over here. Yeah, we have a lot of 3-drops. Yo, a lot of 3-drops. Okay, we have... Oh, it's an uncommon. A lot of 3-drops. I was not playing around. We have quite a bit of 4-drops and a 5-drop. Let me see what else I got. So let's just say 17, because we're counting 17 lands already. 16, 17 rather. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 9, 40, 41, 42. That's not bad. We have to make 2 cuts, essentially. Or, you know, I actually went 42 with 17 lands last week, so not bad. Not bad. This is doable. This can be doable. We just have to fix our mana. Because the next thing would be just to count the pips. But I want to look through our other spells and see what we got. I'm just going to reorder these so that way they are in the cheapest cost to the most expensive cost. Okay. So for blue, because blue is what we're really focusing on, because we don't have too much black, we only have 3 up here. We have Stolen Uniform, which we could take an equipment and attach it to a creature we control, which I don't think we're going to be doing. while there's a lot of equipment play in this go around, like we have other things that we could do to mess with that. So no, we have a second copy of Syncopate. Having 2 counter spells would be nice, but the thing with Syncopate is you have to put an additional cost in there. You can only counter a 1-drop. So that might be good. There's a lot of 1 creature spells, so we could just use it for that. Or for late game, we could go ahead and dump it on something more powerful, like, you know, a bigger 5-drop. Perhaps. Let me move this down just a little bit because I see it's a little bit out of frame. So, you know, we could do it for like a 5-drop if we want to dump it later on. So maybe. Combat tutorial. Target player draws 2 cards. Put a +1/+1 counter up to 2 creatures you control. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Like, we have a flyer. We have 2 flyers. We have something that wants to attack by itself. Death Touch and Lifelink. We have Ice Magic, which will turn target creature's cards to its owner's hand. So this might be nice play to kind of stifle things up a bit. So possibly. I'm going to put it down here. So I think we're going to put the rest in the side. Now let's take a look at our black cards. Black won't be too bad because black is nice removal. So we have Resentful Relevation, which is 1 in the black. Look at the top 3. Put 1 of them to your hand, the rest in your graveyard, which could be good for the overload. Could be good for the overload. Range Treachery. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. It gets -6/-6. Now for the kicker costs. Do we have something like where it dies, do this, that, and the other? I mean, we could just do Shiva too, but Shiva's nice. We don't necessarily want to get our flyer. Undersea Dire Rat gets us a treasure token. Prompto is just ETBs, right? Prompto's only when you cast a non-creature spell for at least 4. Create a treasure token. It has haste. Well, how many do we have that has 4 or more? 4 at the moment. Is Prompto worth it?
You are listening to Beat Grounds.
Prompto's 2 cost mana spell for a 2/2. It gains haste. When you cast a non-creature spell, at least 4 mana. So that could even be Ice Magic, to be honest. Or Syncopate. Or Thunder Magic. Or Vincent's Limit Break. So while we do have 3 here, we really have 4, 5, 6. Really. So, okay. Prompto's kind of making the argument for themselves to say, hey, look, I'm kind of worth it here. Like, you have quite a bit of cards that could be 4 mana or more. So, back to Vayne. Is Vayne worth it? Yeah, 42. I would have to cut a card. I don't think we have 1 piece of removal. Having a second may not be a bad idea. Overkill can definitely do it. And Reawaken returns target creature from your graveyard. This actually isn't that bad because, hear me out, while it is 5, it will help out Prompto. 1. 2, we could bring back a target creature from our graveyard. We have a lot of creatures that state what Queen Bahine says, in which whenever it attacks, or whenever it enters, rather, we have lost stuff that whenever it enters, create a 0/1 black wizard with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. So let's see how many we have that state that not there. That dies. That has that. I think we only have like 2, to be honest. We have Queen. Whatever attacks, it creates it. And Macedon Elder creates one. Kane we could use because it's going to give us treasure tokens. Lock gives us life. Link and some card draw and discard. Cypher also gives us treasure tokens. No, we get the cast spells. It'll exile it, but we get the cast spells. And that's it. So we only have 2 cards really. And then a bunch, like 2 other spells that do that. So I think it's worth it. So 43. 43 comes in haste 5/4, and it. See, I don't. No, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. And then I didn't even look at artifacts, because that's the other thing too. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on it, a creature. Well, we're not doing anything with lifelink except with lock, so I don't think Excalibur is really the choice here. Oh, we did have 2 things. World map for a basic land card. I think we're fine. That there, yes. I don't think we're doing that. Let me go through some of the cards we tossed again, just to be sure. Yeah, I don't think we're doing any of these, which I'm seeing. If I was going to play, if I took out Sandworm, I probably would do this. I probably would put Marlborough back in. So let's count up to see what we got. I think we are probably going to have to do additional cuts. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. I think 43 is a little bit too much. I think 43 is a bit too much. I think getting rid of Shiva, because Shiva's going to die anyway. Getting rid of Shiva for Marlborough is better because Marlborough does a lot. For 6, where it enters in, opponent pitches a card to the graveyard, loses 2 life, and exiles 3 of their cards. And it has Swamp Walk, so if we need a swamp, we can go ahead and cycle away for a swamp. So 42. Right there. I think we have our deck, folks. I think we have it. Do I have anywhere where I could display the lands we're doing as well? Let me see how I could do this. I'll bring this in frame as much as possible. There's ads starting in just about 4 minutes. I I think this isn't all that bad. Will be interesting to play. And I normally don't do draft by myself. I do two-headed giant, which is I play with a partner. Usually my best friend and was the best man at my wedding. We normally go pre-release, and two-headed giant is you play with a partner and you build a deck, your own sealed deck together. They kind of formulate synergies and schemes together, and you shared a life pool. I think that life pool is 20. And on your turn, you and your partner take turns together. So, you know, your partner could play a spell or a creature, and then I have my turn to do it, and then we can also take our cards and buff up each other, creatures and whatnot. So let's see what we could do here. How far out can I go? We're going to showcase what we got. Yeah, okay. I think that worked out really well. I think this is what I would draft from here. Yes, we're at 42. If I had to get to 40. Oh boy, what would I cut? If I had to get to 40, what would I cut? Possibly Undercity Dire Rat, because it's just cannon fodder. Give me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. The wife was coming home. I unlocked the door for her, and yeah, she's saying that the ash is really bad out there. It's almost looks like snow flurries. So yeah, what I was saying, to get to close to 40 as possible, I will cut Undercity Dire Rat. As a matter of fact, I am gonna cut Undercity Dire Rat. I don't think it's worth it. Yes, it's a chump blocker, but... And it's going to give us a treasure. But to get the 40, let's cut this. Damn, I can really smell the smoke when we open the door. What else would I cut? With the... No, it's an artifact, so it wouldn't be a creature. I think I keep that. So we go to 41. I think that's it. I think this will be pretty fun to play. I would take a picture. Oops, sorry about that, folks. I can't take a picture right now because I am streaming from my phone. So ads are going to start up in about 3 seconds, more or less. I can't snooze them, apparently, either. So I think this is good. We have stuff. We have 4 cards that will let us... Bye, babe. Let us create black mages. We have ways to surveil and find stuff. We have ways to help cast it. We have treasure and draw steps. We have draw and discard, so we could go ahead and do that. We have ways to mess with the opponent. We have Cypher, which will let us cast stuff for free so we can get more black mages in here. Tons of ways to do stuff. Ad break is starting. Let's see, can we change the music to anything? Is there a way? Let me do this. Be back. Okay. I wanted to take a picture of this, but I had to bring up the camera, so it lost the video feed. And then I saw that I had 9% in battery life. It went down to 8. So I promptly plugged in my charger. So my phone's going to stay charged up in my area. All right, welcome back from the ads. We're down to 41 cards. And I think that's good. I think 41 is good. So you can see here what we're playing, minus the additional 10 lands. So pip wise, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 red pips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. And then we are playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 black. We're not even playing that much black. So I would probably put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I could do. Would I take this out? I'll take Adventure. Adventures in out. So we're actually at 40 now. So I could get more cards. So I would probably do that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 6. Jeez, where am I getting 7 from? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 11 land cards. So I would probably do maybe about like 6 black. I'd probably do 3 red and 2 blue. I have blue, black. I have another blue here. So that'd be fine. Red there. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So that's it. This is what we got, folks. I'm happy with this. I would be really interested to see how this plays, because this looks like it would be a lot of fun. I may go 1-0. Hopefully I get a bye. So yeah, so how it works is for each win you get in your rounds, you get 2 packs. So 1 win, 2 packs, 2 win, 4 packs, 3 wins, which you gets 3 rounds, you get 6 packs. So that's pretty much a whole nother draft right there. So more opportunities to go ahead and get some dope ass cards. So yeah, let's take a look at the other cards we got real quick before we sign off. Some of the dope ass cards we got in here. Some are big hits, so that's going to be Excalibur. I don't think Shiva's it. Look out for other rares, and I don't think we got a mythic. I just think we got rares. I don't think we got mythics. We have another rare here. Joshua does seem pretty cool. Joshua seems really cool. We have a rare here. We have Squall. We have Minwoo. We have Edgar. Holy shit, that's falling down. I think that's it for our rares. Doopa-doopa-doo. We did get this alt art Torgal, so I'll check that. All right, so this is what we got for our rares. None of the bonus sheet cards are. Oh no, one is a rare, which is the Mizzix Mastery. These two are uncommons right there. So again, for our big bombs, I don't think this is one, but I'm gonna put it in there. This is probably worth like 75 cents, if anything. 50 cents, less than $1. Torgal and all art foil though, so that's the big thing. Edgar, King of Figaro. I don't think it's worth anything because it's not foiled. Minwoo, White Mage. I don't think it's worth that much. It's not foiled. Squall is probably about like $1 or $2, maybe $3. Golbez, I'm not sure. It's in the full art one with the special back from it for Final Fantasy IV. Joshua, I don't think is worth much, but it does seem like a really dope card. Excalibur 2, this is probably maybe about like $5, maybe $5. Nice piece of equipment. So I want to see what it's worth. Oh, let me go ahead and move this over. Should I get my lands out so y'all could see like the whole thing? Let me do that. Let me get my lands out real quick. I'll be right back. Let me go get my lands. Okay, I'm back. This is my pre-release kit, or half of it. This is where I keep my lands, and I have my dice for counters. Usually this is in my other commander deck, excuse me. But I have lands in here. I have something in front of this, but I do not. All these lands are from War of the Spark, because I got like a gift bundle or something like that, or like a deck builder bundle. All right, so I said we were doing at least 10 black, 10 swamps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said we were doing 3. We're doing 4. You know what? I should probably do more red. So 4 red, 3 blue. 1, 2, 3. I should have another mountain here. On this end of it. Hey, yo. Fucking smoke, bro. My window's right here, and the thing that sucks is we got these windows done a couple years ago, and the jackass that did it did a really shit job. Really shit job at this. And didn't take out the windowsill properly. And like there's cracks in there because like sometimes during the wintertime I could feel like cold air coming through. So they didn't do that great of a fucking job at it. So the smell of the smoke's coming through. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. All right. Should be 40 right here. So 3, 3, 3. Will that be enough? I think pitch 1. Pitch 1 island. For another swamp. We have double black pips. We don't have double black or double of any other color here. So I think that. And if we have is it, we could tap black and we could tap gruel. Or better yet, we'll probably tap this in the gruel color land. This could help out with the mirror color. Yeah, I think that. So this would we have our get that out. Swamp. Island. And mountains. That's what we go with. And I'm fairly happy with those. I'll try and take another better picture of this and put it online. Let me see if I actually do that here. Actually, I could just do like I just want to get I could do it like this would be nice. So get them all in the frame, nice and beautiful, like bam, there's that. Damn, there's 2 right there. Let me redo this. This got messed up. 1, 2. All right. Let me got my Final Fantasy island over here. Gotta show the pretty one, right? Gotta show the pretty one. It's just so damn pretty. Alright. These lands I want to spread out like this, this, and like that. Trino, there, there, and there. Okay. I'm gonna go back to BRB so I can take a better picture of this. I'll remove this from here. So let me do that. I'm gonna mute as well. All right, there we go. We did it. Woo! Again, I'm very proud of it. Constructed is not my thing. Like even when it comes to draft, I am not good at it. But the only way to get better at draft is to keep doing it. So I encourage y'all, if you want to start getting good at draft, attend your pre-release events, buy a couple packs when it's cheap enough, because the set is fucking expensive. When it's cheap enough, so you can draft with some friends. Play Arena. Go into the drafts that they have there. They have drafts for Final Fantasy. They have drafts for all the previous sets, like Foundations, Bloomburrow, Tarkir, whatever's in the standard right now, they have it. I think Outlaw's still in it. Duskmourn's probably still in it. I think Ixalan's going to be still in it. Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It might be rotating out soon. So yeah, the last thing we're going to be doing, folks. Let me grab my land cards from here so I can put them back in my pre-release kit. And if you want to go ahead and do draft at your game store, the only thing I suggest doing is to buy yourself some sleeves. You don't even have to have lands, because your LGS is going to have lands for you. Buy whatever sleeves you want. This is an actual thing of sleeves in here. I bought this to sleeve up the Cloud Precon. This just has like, yo, what's up, cat? This just has sleeves in it and some cards in the middle. I like to have these for cards too. I was going to give these out to Jorge, because Jorge had, of course, you know, y'all know Jorge, TTRP gifts. Want some chupacabras. Very on theme for some of our peoples. So all you need, sleeves. If you're gonna do pre-release, get sleeves, so you can protect your cards. Don't be a menace. Don't be a fool. Don't be a heathen and bridge shuffle your fucking cards. Don't fucking do that, because you might have expensive cards in there and then you're ruining the value of it. Don't bridge shuffle. I don't know why people bridge shuffle their cards, even with sleeves. But get sleeves to protect your damn cards. Don't worry about lands, because your LGS will have some lands for you to draw from. If you want to get a bunch of lands, you can. They're fairly cheap. Or if you want to find your, you know, your pretty ones, you can bring your pretty ones too if you want to be that person. By all means, you can do that too. Let me go ahead and... I moved over, but I was going to go ahead and just do this. Put this all together so I get my space back. I just want some space, so this is enough space for me. Hope you're doing good, kidder. This over here. I think Scryfall gives me... price? Oh, Scryfall. Scryfall does give me price. Okay. I'm going to do this. Let me just go ahead and see. You know what? I'm just going to turn off this right here. Now, what did I have going on? What was cache and everything? Window, Cappy. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the screen. There you go. Okay, so this is going for... yeah, $1. $1 off a TCG. Does it have... yeah, $1. We're not going to use TCG though, because TCG... oh, they just got over the trade thing, right? There was a strike because of the union. But let's check Card Kingdom anyway. And then we have, what was it? This is saying $2. If it was foil, it'd be at least 8. Strixhaven Stadium. Strixhaven Stadium, Final Fantasy through the ages. It's only 20 cents. Only 20 cents. How much is this set? How much value am I getting from this? Not much. 59 cents. Card Kingdom's a little bit pricier. $1.50. This set is so expensive. What was it? Light up the stage. Light up the stage. I know it's not much, so this is like 69 cents. If it was foiled, $5 or 50, pretty much. Let's see over here. I should really do it like that. There we go. Light up the stage. Oh, fancy. Yeah, 17 cents. It's saying 75. It's foiled. And I think that's it, right? Let's see Adventurers In. Adventures In. Y'all, I could spell, right? If it was foil, 40 cents. I don't think it's worth anything. Foil. It's less. Y'all, if you're looking for Adventures In, buy a foil copy. Save yourself 10 cents. Yeah, it's starting in about 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna take a look at some of the bombs we hit. Let's start off with we're gonna go this and that. Then we're gonna go with Squall. We'll hit Joshua after Squall. Then we'll do Minwoo. Then we'll do Grizz. Excalibur. Okay. So this is the order we're going to do it in. Let's go back to Scryfall. So Torgal, a Fine Hound. That's the other one there. 25 cents. I told y'all. With its foil, 37 cents. The full art one is more. Extended art one. Torgal, Fine Hound. This is saying $1, so I could get $1 for this one. This one, you'll get more for the full art one. Told you it's not worth much anything. Maybe $1, I said. Okay, Eggard. King of Florio. It is 23 cents. $23. Yep, 69 cents. If it was foiled, $1.50. As much as this set is. Okay, Squall. Steed Mercenary, 69 cents. That one's 34. I like that one. I might think of getting it. The Surge foil one, that's what this is. 35. There's so many copies of Squall. Oh, there's this one too? How much is this going for? Oh, the Friday Night Showdown one. Don't know. Let's see. Do they have the Friday Night Showdown? They don't. Full art one is $6.50. We don't have that. We have $1.23. Yeah, $5. Do they have the Friday Night Showdown one? They do not. Don't have it here. Ads are starting in less than 2 minutes. Joshua. I spelled Phoenix wrong. Oh, $1.15. Not bad. I do like that. Like that's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's a Surge foil one. That's even worth a good amount. $4. $3. Sometimes it's just worth getting some of the other ones. Minwoo? The White Mage. 24 cents. Not much there. Minwoo. White Mage. 50 cents. To $1. Got a few more to look up. Golbez. This one, but we want this one. So $3.24. And ads are starting up in around 20 seconds. $4. And the last one we're going to be looking up. Excalibur 2 goes for 58 cents. $1.79. Funny. Not much there. Golbez is probably the most expensive one we got. It's no big hits. No big hits. That's fine though. Alright, we're gonna clean it up. And then we'll come back and we'll see who we could raid. We're done. I want to just rest. Especially my throat, because god damn the smoke. We'll do this. Well, I appreciate y'all chilling with me. Had a lot of fun building this out. We actually built something pretty fucking great. I'm so proud of it. I'm gonna keep it aside for the most part. Ads are in Prague. Pull those two aside. And I'll actually pull out my commander decks. Swap some things out. And I gotta make some changes on Moxfield for them. There you are. Is there anything else in here that I wanted to put in it? I don't think so. Maybe Overkill? And Eggert? What was I telling the homie I wanted? I told homie I wanted something. I don't know what I said. I had to go back to my chat and find out. I told DC that I wanted. Just checking. Talent Arms, I think I didn't put it in there. It's good, but I don't think it's good enough to put in the commander deck. I'm not doing landfall, so that don't fucking matter for nothing. Okay. Alright, welcome back from the ads. So I'm going to check right now. I did say we're going to start to rate someone, but there are some things I'm going to double check. Okay, one of them. Moxfield's got my Moxfield. Awesome. No. EDH wreck. Sarah the Moon Dancer. So I have 3 of these cards. I already have, we'll do this. Oh, it won't capture it, so it don't fucking matter. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to my decks. EDH one, Sarah. Nice thing, Sarah. I did put it in here. Where are you? There's Adventures in. We're gonna change this to the foil version. So we have the foil version now where we'll be putting in here. Nice thing with this is it lets me know what I took out to put in. And I could put in. This is a 5 cost card. We're going to take a look at this. And this is a 1 cost equipment for 3. The only other equipment I have... Wait, is it an artifact? Legendary artifact equipment. So it's not an enchantment. Alright, so 5 costs. I have Sun Scorch Researcher. And see here? Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh no. So if you see, I'm zooming in so much. Right here, where it has this date, this is how the pre-release things used to come out. Your pre-release card, that's how it used to come out back in the day. And I do like that better than the current pre-release cards, where it's just like the year. So for example, if that wouldn't be it. Switch printing? Nope. What do I have in here that is current? Oh. Yeah, Sales Attendant. So switch printing. If I had no, damn it. Oh, life creed duo. Yeah. No, because it's something else. Damn it! I hate that I can't really showcase which one. Splendid Angel. Switch printing. The promo. Yeah, if it was something like this, like so that's the promo. Yeah, it. I don't like how it has a year now. Pretty much is what I'm saying. So one cost artifact. Giants one was thoroughly cause a case of maintenance fees. Cleric cast. Skills. Oh boy, if I was gonna put you in here, what would I get rid of? This is the worst thing to decide. I do like this. I do like this. I like that. Just claim. Scale the heights. That helps me out. Because I do +1/+1 counters, and I get 2 life. And I can play additional lands turn, and I draw a card. That's huge for 3. And you're a 3-drop. 5-drop, right? Excuse me, 5-drop. At the beginning of your upkeep, put +1/+1 counter on each other creature I control. Huge. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, post a +1/+1 counter on it, and I gain 1 life. Huge. You. And by you, I mean... Minwoo. White Mage. Let's go zoom in. Minwoo's 3 generic, 2 white. For Vigilance Lifelink, whenever I gain a life, put a +1/+1 counter on each cleric I control. So we are caring about clerics now. I want to go ahead and actually do this. Let me take out my camera here. My phone. So I don't need any more. So cleric. I could sort this by type and by subtype. So I could see how many clerics I have. Oh shit. I have quite a bit of clerics. +1/+1 counter on each cleric I control. Which I have 12. But I have to control them. Just because I have them out doesn't mean I control them. And a lot of these are big ones, so they could go away pretty quickly. This is a maybe. It's definitely a maybe because it can help out. We're at gain life, and I would be gaining life quite a bit. I would just need them all on the battlefield. So it might be worth it just to put it in there for consideration purposes, and there is a consideration thing, and my consideration is fucking huge. These are cards I pulled from beforehand. I might have to go through one day and just clean up. Minwoo. What's this? And we're going to just put you in consideration. We're also going to duplicate this. We're not doing that one. Brava. Oh. Not Rami. Reva. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, so none of those cards I got. Actually, I got some of these. I have this from the last pre-release. So, not yet. Nothing yet. This is what I like doing after each pre-release because I can double check and see, hey, anything I got that might help out. I was thinking I put a Sephiroth in here, but this is saying, nah, don't really do it. I mean, it is nice, but it goes against the type. Although I do have something. Let's go back here because I think I have something where it says every other creature I have is a vampire in addition to its other types. Sacrifice. Each creature controls a vampire in addition to its other types. Yep. But it's so far to get to there. That's a 6 cost. Sephiroth is a 3 cost, but it's so far. Like, there's no way I'm going to get there with Sephiroth out in the field. No way I'm going to get out there with him. So it may not be worth it. And Charlisera didn't have Reva. So I have just a Wind Crystal. And my other constructed deck is what did I say? Voja? Voja. Voja. Jaws of the Conclave. I do have this in the pre-release, in the pre-con. But I am not stripping it out to put it in here. This is in the pre-con as well. I'm not going to strip it out to put it in there. I do have this that I pulled from pre-release. And this one, but again, like, we're not playing humans. This is elves. Like, higher synergy. Where does it say human? Nowhere. It's just a mana dork. Top cards. Human. Shapeshifter. That's how we have 2 shapeshifters. And I think even mine subtype. Does it state shapeshifter? I have 4 shapeshifters. Although every creature type. I thought one of them was weird. You're changing. As Webwalker enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. You may look at the top card. When you cast a creature spell of the chosen, you may cast a creature spell from the chosen type at the top of your library. So this would just be 4 humans. The Voja. No. Open image, new tab. Bam. Well, that's much better. So this would, whenever you cast your first human creature spell, that creature adds an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each dog wolf you control. So it would just be 4. Not worth it. Not worth it. Alright, so I have all those Moves possibly going in. Excalibur. So put a charge counter on. So this is open image, new tab. Let's do this. Whenever you gain a life, put a charge counter on Excalibur 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on it. So this could go buck wild in Trelicera. It definitely can. The thing is, where am I cutting one? Where am I cutting one to put you in? I do need Soul Ring. Shadow Spear I need. This is good. Spell-wise, there's no way I'm cutting any of these spells. Oh, Soul Warden was the one I was thinking of. Whispering. Yeah, y'all can see how much I pay for my cards. Wait, wasn't this in Foundation? That's strange. I thought it was in Foundation. Maybe it was a different Soul Sister. No, that's good. Damn, this smoke is so fucking bad. I guess I should put on my filter, air purifier. The thing is, the filter hasn't been changed out in ages. But something's better than nothing, right? I should go up and do the same thing for the kids. Adamantium tank is so good, which is just Azeloth, the Ozeloth, just so good. All right, we're gonna put it in, but we gotta figure out where it's gonna go. We gotta figure out where it's gonna go, because I don't know. I don't know. Excalibur. Do. We're gonna put you to considering. So yeah, I'll put that card in there after we are done. I'm surprised they didn't say overkill. Let me go back to EDH. Love when we call me Big Egger. Instance for 3. That's actually really good. That's actually really good there. It's -2/-2 till end of turn. Yo, I'm surprised it didn't say overkill, because overkill's bomb ass card. I get Markov. Maybe it is in there and I just didn't know. I don't have Star in Town. We didn't get Star in Town, right? It's in here. No, we got Capital City. Star in Town would be nice. Okay, instance. Let's see what we got. It is not saying anything about overkill. I am surprised. Because overkill is actually pretty good. I had this in the deck. Really not all that good. It is a one-sided board wipe. Worked well in the pre-con. Okay. Let's see. So it's a 3-drop. Overkill. And let's go to see what overkill does. So that way y'all can remember what you do. Again, overkill. Target creature gets -0 and then -9999 until end of turn. So excuse me, yawning. That's a much better card. Mortify is a good card. I think I'm just going to put it into considering. So I'm going to look to see what we got. We do have stab. We take it out for 3 costs. Stab over that. I think I might just do that. I think I might take you out. What do we have considering? 30? Yeah, I want to do that. I want to take stab out. Really considering. I'm going to put overkill in there. Boom. Overkill is 33 cents. 2 cents. This will drop. That will drop for sure. Roaming Throne, I want to see what it was doing. I have Roaming Throne in... The reason why I build Voja is because I have Roaming Throne. It all started out because I had Roaming Throne and Voja, and from there I was like, okay, let me see what I could do. And then I pretty much bought everything else. I did have that. I got some of Lord of the Rings stuff. Those are some dope cards. I had Priest of Titania. I had Evolution Witness. I had to get that. I had to get that. I had Pyreheart Wolf. One walker I just took from the Lost Cabin of Ixalan. Lord of the Rings. So I like that the Lord of the Rings are in here because it definitely fits the flair of it. I think I had Night Pack. Can't remember. These I got. I had Arlen. Yep, and I did get a Miku. Had to get a Miku. Finale I had. Now I'm still going for a lot of money from Warrior Spark from 2019. Blastmack I just took from Lost Cavern. Path I took from Lost Cavern. Swords I took from Lost Cavern. Broken Invention came from Lord of the Rings. Take Up Shield I took from my own thing. Took from Lost Cavern. Had to get that, had to get that, had to get that, had to get that. Take a... No, I had did I have Unbreakable Formation? No, I had to go ahead and do that. I had that. How to get that? How to get that? Pulled that from a thing. How to pull that from Lost Caverns. Because this is currently in Edgar, I think. Rising of the Day I had. Rhythm of the Wild, I put it in there. I didn't have Howling Moon. I took from Lost Caverns. That I took from Lost Caverns. I took from Lost Caverns. This is probably one of the most expensive cards in here because I just thought it was pretty. Slippage took from there. Ozlef I pulled from the pack. Threes. I did like the Lord of the Rings ones. The Lord of the Rings were so thematic on this. Just really happy with that one. I think that's it. For now, folks. I'm just going to put this. This is going to go in, so I'm going to do that after the fact. So I appreciate y'all hanging out, chilling, watch me construct a deck for pre-release. I hope you had a lot of fun doing it. I hope it encourages you to attend a pre-release at your LGS for the next set, which would be Edge of Eternities, and it's space themed. So I'm super fucking excited for that. So let's go to our stream ending. Again, folks, if you don't know who I am or you want to see when I'm going live next or see who else is going live or other dope causes, go ahead and check out my socials there. Check out Unwavering Force. We're led BIPOC group of tabletop players. Star Wars Story uses Pathfinder 2E. It is Pride Month, so support our podcast. Also check me out at Unwavering Pay Forge Academy as well. And also, real quick, I want to dismiss this when it comes up. I'm gonna snooze it rather. As far as what's happening in this country with the raids, ICE going over, fuck them, because if we want to deport illegals, technically us American citizens should be the ones being deported because we stole this land. The colonizers, rather, stole this land from the indigenous people. So we aren't even the founders of this. We took this land from others. So, let's get the land back first, and then they can decide what to do with it. Who's legal, who's not, who's a citizen, who's not. And with that said, too, immigrants pretty much help build this country. They are the backbone of this country. They do pay taxes. They pay a shit ton of taxes. They do get a lot of work put back into this country and help us out in many different ways. So fuck ICE, fuck this administration, power to the people, power to the immigrants, support your local Latinx community, especially its mom and pop businesses. Continue to be a voice where you can. If you could donate to any sort of help as well, as far as maybe it's providing food for some folks, maybe it's providing aid or assistance, if it's a monetary thing, if it's helping out a law firm for civil rights, or for legal rights, or for citizenship. Call up your senators, call up your Congress folks, and let them know what's happening, because this is bullshit. Because the degree that it's going to is absolutely asinine. I don't get it. It's funny because people said like, oh, I voted for him, they're going to kick out the bad ones, and like, oh, guess what? No, it's everyone. It's if you're speaking Spanish, it's if you're fraternizing or hang out with folks who are Spanish or Hispanic or Latina. I mean, there's no justification. People's rights are being taken away without any due process. They're being deported to countries they don't know even from. Their immigration hearings are being canceled, and then they're being detained soon after and forced to sign documentations of which they don't understand because they don't have lawyers present, and they're being threatened with deportation anyway. And so many immigrants are self-deporting because of the fear of it, of what might happen. They don't know what's going to happen, and it's sad. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's hurtful. Because my dad came over to this country illegally when he was 18, gained citizenship afterwards, but that means my dad would be the one being deported if it was now. Many people who I've met in my life would be deported as well, and those are folks that are great people, are hardworking people, are amazing people, people that I've worked with before in the past, and people who've I've helped out with different jobs in my own house when I first got my house a long time ago. So yeah, fuck what ICE is doing. ACAB, fuck this orange Cheeto ass motherfucker. Fuck his whole administration. Fuck what the hell's going on tomorrow. Fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, fuck ICE, fuck ICE, fuck ICE. Stand up for the folks who can't speak for themselves, who don't have a loud enough voice. And yeah, that's what I gotta say to that. There's a lot more I could say, but I'll just keep that shit in my head. Here is our raid call. Let's see who's live, if anyone is live. And we'll go from there. Shit, Pizza's still streaming? Hell yeah. I know who we're seeing. We're seeing Pizza Yeti. Pizza's been playing demos from Next Fest all day long. This is our third day of doing it. So we're going to send Pizza some love. Yeah, /raid. Pizza Yeti. I love Pizza. Pizza's the homie. Part TFE. So let's get some shout outs. Follow Pizza. Again, thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out today. I had a lot of fun opening up the pre-release kit, showing y'all what it's all about, what you can expect during your pre-release, during the next release of Edge of Eternities, which should be around August. So first or second week of August, beginning of August is when you expect that to happen. So yeah, hopefully this encourages you to attend your first pre-release. And if you do, hey, hit me up. Let me know how you did. Let me know how it went, because I'm excited to hear how it went for some of y'all over there. And again, I had a blast. This was a lot of fun. They did a great job with this product, with this set. It's expensive as all fucking hell, but it's fun. It's fun. We got some great cards. We got the blue dice. So yeah. Start out the raid.
Hello, my name is Billy from Free Sound Music.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and start raiding Pizza. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll probably check some stuff in the Latin America showcase, gamer showcase. Check some stuff out there because I have about like 30 games. But yeah. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
What are you doing? Why are y'all just hitting everyone? I'm sorry to hear. Was it for Winifred? No, cats should not drink milk. I need milk for my coffee. That is true. Cats shouldn't have milk. I'm causing